Hey, what is going on everyone, and welcome back to the part 7 of building my dream shop house slash ranch series. Today we're going to get a ton of work knocked out on the outside of the ranch as well as inside the shop house, and we're going to be starting on all of the electrical for running all of our accessories, outlets, and switches inside the shop house. And out here on the ranch, we're finally going to be starting to tie all of the cedar posts with wire to the fence we welded up in the last video. So let's go ahead and get straight to it and get right to work. So I went ahead and went to the store and picked up 1,000 feet of wire to start off this project, and we got some cable cutters right here, and then we are going to start laying up every single cedar post against the fence that we welded up in the last video, and then start to tie them to all of the cross members all the way along the 450-foot stretch, and we're going to be doing them solid all the way across so we have a nice privacy fence. And after the last video, I went ahead and welded on one of the old gates for a temporary setup just to close in the fence for now until we get a custom gate built for the front of the property. But as you can see, this is just going to be an extremely lengthy process, and we're going to have to go get my gooseneck trailer and start loading it up with cedar posts and getting a ton hauled over here to finish off the fence. So I went ahead and laid up the first cedar post, tied one wire to it. So I'll just go ahead on each one, slide the wire over, come on the back side, grab our pliers, and just start to twist the wire until it gets all nice and tight. And then after we get the first post tied on, we'll start to slide the rest next to it, keep it solid and rotate it to where it fills up the most of the gap like that. And then we'll start to tie into our other wire, and then we'll wrap around and just repeat the process the entire way down. So we've got a lot of work to do to get this all knocked out. And as y'all can see, slowly but surely we're stacking all of these cedar posts next to each other, and it is just a very tedious and time-consuming project, and twisting all of the wires definitely messes up your hands a little bit, but we're going to continue at it and get all of the posts alongside the fence going on. It is going to take several days, but now we're going to go inside the shop, give y'all a little bit of update, and start on the electrical. Wrapping around the shop house, we're gonna make our way inside and show y'all all the progress we've got on the wiring. So we're gonna make our way upstairs to show y'all all of the progress so far on the electrical inside the house. So in the last video, we got all of our outlet and switch boxes mounted in place. We might have to add a few more still, but you can see we've already started to run all of the electrical to the main panel box that we're gonna be mounting in the laundry room right here in the center of the house. So we use as little wire as possible. We've bought a ton of rolls of wires, and we've already ran all of the outlets in every room for all of the plugins. And then we started in the bathroom here. We've got our drops for the lights, one in the shower as well. And then you have all your switch boxes and a drop for the light in the bathroom. And then in the closet, we wired up the switch for 2 lights inside here. So when you come up these stairs, we're gonna have the main 4-panel switch right here to control all of the lights and the fans in the living room. And right now I'm thinking on each section beside the middle, we're gonna have can lights all the way down, probably 4 and 4. And then we're gonna have 3 ceiling fans spaced out evenly. And then you're gonna walk around to the kitchen area. There's gonna be an additional 4 canned lights right here. And then we'll have an 8-foot by 4-foot granite island with a chandelier over it, and then back wall will have all the cabinetry. And then for the wiring inside of the laundry room, you're gonna walk in, there's gonna be a 2-panel switch for 2 can lights, and then in the center, we're probably gonna add a small, just metal fan only. And then you have your 220 for the dryer, then your outlet for the washer, and then we're gonna move that 1 outlet up because we're gonna have a cabinet right here inside the laundry room. And then on the back wall, we also have an outlet to add a deep freezer to store some more food and use up some of this extra space. And out to the patio, we have a 2-bay switch right here because on the outside, we'll be adding 2 bright lights for the patio for at night outside here as well. Outside here on the patio, I'll be pre-wiring the hot tub with some 220 just so it's all ready and set up to be used. And outside here, we'll also add a box to do the same controls that we have on the main entrance to all the lighting in the living room, so we can control it from both sides of the house instead of walking all the way over to that area. And then we'll have another outlet on the outside of the laundry room box here to control all of the lights in the kitchen slash cabinetry area right here with those 4 can lights and then the center chandelier light as well. Moving on to the 2 back rooms and the bathrooms. For the center half bath, we went ahead and wired a switch for a vanity light right here. And then we have the accessory for the vent for the bathroom. Both bedrooms on the setup are identical. We have our main switch panel box right as soon as you walk in. And then there'll be one main drop for the ceiling fan / light. And then when you come in on the center, there's also going to be a drop for a light right there as well. So the rooms will be very well lit up. And then on the closet right here, you have your one switch for the main light in the center also. And of course, we made sure to add a ton of outlet boxes all the way around the entire room as well. Right now, while we're at it, between the rooms on the Jack and Jill bathroom, we went ahead and put the switch panel right here. And then we have a drop for the light on the vanity. And then inside the tub area, we went ahead and added a drop in the center right here to add plenty of light to this room as well. And there's also a drop for the accessory vent as well. Of course, on the other bedroom, we have the exact same setup wired the same way as well over here. And once we get a little bit closer to wrapping up all of the interior of the shop house wiring, we're gonna move out here to the outside, add about 6 drops on the high side for bay lights and then 8 drops under the low side for bay lights as well. And then I'm gonna have to move on to pre-wiring for the lifts. We got the 4 posts. I still need to center it and add all of the legs and then get it wired up. And then in the second bay right here, we'll have the 2 posts mounted as well. And then I'm thinking about cutting through the concrete to add all the wiring underneath so we don't drive over it. Make it look a lot nicer than just having it recessed outside of the concrete and showing, and then having something in the way that we'll have to drive over and potentially damage. And then on top of adding all of the drops for the lights, we're gonna add 4 bang outlet boxes on every single post right here. And then on the 3 back posts as well. And then on the middle main post, we're gonna add a 220 outlet for the welder also. So yes, there is still a ton of work to be done on the shop house and outside on the ranch. We're making a ton of progress. So if y'all are enjoying the videos and the series, make sure to leave a like. And if you haven't already, subscribed to the channel to follow along. But we're gonna keep going at it and get all this work knocked out. And after we finish all the electrical on the shop house, we're gonna start the plumbing and then all of the insulation, then drywall, and then continue on to completing the shop house. So stay tuned for the series because I'm gonna be documenting every single part along the way. And I almost forgot to mention for the master bedroom, I did the same thing like the other bedrooms, added a ton of outlets all the way along. And then you have your switch panel when you come in, and we're gonna add a ceiling fan in the center. Then I'm thinking 4 can lights and 1 in each corner all the way around to keep it nice and lit up in this area. And in the master closet as well, I added outlet boxes all the way along the bottom. Then on the top, we'll have room for 2 lights to keep the closet all lit up. And coming up on the main panel, we're gonna have 1 extra switch. So I'm gonna add a light that's motion sensing on the outside down towards the stairs. So every time you're walking up, if it's at night or if there's no light down here, it'll be lit up so you can see all these stairs perfect. But I'm gonna go ahead and explain a little bit better on the light situation down here. For every single bay, there will be 2 lights separated in thirds. So we'll space them out like this, 2, 2, 2. And then on the back wall, we'll have 2 UFO lights over here as well. And then moving out to the front, it's a little bit lit up right now, but just imagine having 6 of these lights. So on every post, I'm gonna do the same thing, spread 2 there, 2 in the center, and then 2 on the back. And we're gonna put all of this wiring under some metal conduit to keep it nice and clean for the shop area as well. And we'll most likely put the switch panel as soon as you come in the main entrance door. And outside, I'm going to be adding 2 UFO lights under the main patio deck as well, in the center of each part of the deck to keep this underside lit up at night. And I'll also be adding a lot of exterior lighting outside each corner of the shop and some security cameras all the way around and at the front of the ranch as well. And right here, this 1 bay door has an electric opener. Then sooner or later on this side as well, I'll make them to where they're all electrically opened by a button. And as far as appliances go, I already picked up the washer, dryer, dishwasher, and fridge. So all we really have left to get is a nice double oven with a flat stove top. But we're gonna keep going on the electrical inside the shop house. And then out here, I'm gonna be making some progress day by day, slowly adding all the cedar posts to make it to where it's nice and filled up like the section we finally started over here in the corner, because it's definitely going to bring a very awesome look once it is finished and we have the entire wall all the way across solid cedar posts. Started to run a little bit low on cedar post at the property, so I went ahead and hooked the work truck up to my gooseneck trailer just so we can start to load some more posts on, get them hauled out to the property, and continue on the fence. We're easily going to need over 1,000 posts, so I'm going to start loading them up, getting them hauled out to the property, and keep going on the fence. And man, is that just one good looking work truck sitting on American Forces, especially now that we added the flatbed and 92-gallon tank slash toolbox combo with the auxiliary pump. It's definitely the perfect work truck for me. And we're going to use the skid steer with the forks to load up a ton of cedar posts at a time and hook them onto the back of the truck on the trailer. Getting the first load of cedar all tied down now and secured for the road to go head over to the property. We probably got a good 500 plus posts here, but we're probably gonna have to make a few more loads to complete the entire fence line, but this is definitely going to be a lot of the fence knocked out right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw some air in the rear helper bag so our fender's not sitting so close to the flatbed. Then we're gonna haul out all of the cedar and unload it at the property and continue on building the fence line all the way across, slowly but surely. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for the part 7 of building my dream shop house slash ranch series. We've got a ton of work knockout today, and if y'all did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like down below, comment, let me know what you thought about the video, and if you have any ideas or suggestions for the next ones, let me know as well in the comments. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel to support the series, because we're gonna be documenting every single stage along the way. So other than that, I hope y'all enjoy the video, and I'll see y'all next time.